Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate Om Shanti 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 Om Vasudeva Sutam Devam Kansachanuramardanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum. Om. Adorations, Lord Krishna, the preceptor of the universe, destroyer of the forces of darkness, and bestower of immortality. Srimad Bhagavad Gita in chapter 11, Vishwarupa Darshan Yoga, and verse number 21. Lord Krishna is showing his cosmic form to Arjuna. That was Arjuna's request. And Lord granted him a divine vision, Divya Chakshu. And he is able to see an amazing cosmic form of God, to understand the subtle purpose and the meaning behind it. I will give you some highlights. For simple understanding, think of your dream. You are yourself spread out in your dream, and dream is the whole world. First, to understand that everything in your dream is you. Good, bad, gigantic things, minute things, and all activities that are going on in your dream, they are your own consciousness. You may be having horrible dream. You may see a vampire. You are the vampire. You are the teeth of the vampire. You are the one who is being killed by the vampire. We were the one who destroys the vampire and saves. That you is your aham. But your aham is ahamkar. That's illusion, swollen ego. The real aham is Brahman. So, just like for your normal aham, normal I am, that normal I am spreads out in the entire dream, the dream world. The divine aham spreads out into the entire cosmos. And your aham is only a reflection of the cosmic aham. So therefore, you end up with aham brahmasmi. But in order to gain that enlightenment, you allow your understanding to go through positive affirmation, just like you allow so many news to enter your mind and you work upon them. They allow a visualization, an affirmation, a good news that all this is you. That's a good news. After affirmation comes the process of assertion, what's called nishchaya. You realize what you are visualizing, and that ultimately ends up with God realization. Keeping that in view, we go through what Arjuna is describing regarding the cosmic form of God. 22nd verse. Rudraditya yatayo hicha sadhya vishveshinau marutashtoshma pascha gandharva yaksha sursiddha sangha vikshante tvam vismitashchaiva sarve. The Rudras, Adityas, Vasus, Sadhyas, Vishvedevas, Ashwini Kumaras, Maruts, and Ushanas, verily the hosts of Devas are entering into you. Some terrified are praising you with folded hands. And groups of great sages and siddhas, uttering, "May it be well," sing praises of you with sublime hymns. Forefathers, as well as hosts of Gandharvas, Yakshas, Asuras, and Siddhas, are all gazing at you with amazement and wonder. What does all that mean? Allow your understanding that all this is Brahman. But when you said it quickly, it doesn't have such glaring effect over your mental process. But when you allow your mental process to have a summary view of the entire universe, an objective, as if you are watching, and nothing is beyond the reach of your watch, catching everything that goes on in the world. But there are aspirants in different stages. They are all involved in being drawn to God. All souls are the God, the Brahman. So as if all souls are adoring that Brahman, that cosmic form. To give you summary, 4 types of devotees. Artha, you turn to God with distress. So there are millions of people turning to God with distress. Then there are millions of people turning to God artharthi. They want wealth or resources for their evolution. Then there are millions of souls who have developed an interest in knowing who is God. That's called jigyasu, inquirer. And there are, not with that proportion, but there are saints and sages, jnanis. So you put it, dramatize it. God is here, and all these people are looking at him. Arthas are looking this way, artharthis another way, jigyasus another way, jnanis another way. And that goes on every moment in this creation. Creation is mysterious, is Maya. How you experience it depends upon your mental process. And yakshas, rakshasas, asuras, they are all adoring that cosmic form. Yaksha and Rakshasa, There are two types of attendants of Varuna, rather Kubera. Kubera is god of treasure. One of his office is involved in multiplying wealth. Another is involved in protecting the wealth. Those who protect the wealth, they are called Rakshasas. Here, Rakshas term is not the rascals that you think of. It's very positive meaning. Gradually became negative. And Yaksha is how to gain big proportion of wealth. So one is to add up to your wealth, increase, enhance it, capital gain. Another is to protect the interest. So souls are in different levels. Some are yakshas, some are rakshasas, and some are undivine. They are following a negative course. If we go into details, Rudras are 11 Rudras. Rudranam Shankara Asmi. Among those 11 Rudras, one of them is Lord Shiva, known as Shankara. There are 12 Adityas, variations of sun, deity of the sun. Among them, Lord Vishnu is one of them. And similarly, there are numerous gods. I don't have to go into details because that's not so much purposeful. But all that you need to understand the universe and its complexity. But no matter how complex the universe, the underlying reality is one, God, Brahman, the Absolute. Rupam mahatte bahuvaktra netram mahabahu bahubahu rupadam bahudaram bahudanshtra karalam drishtva loka prabyatita tathaham. Seeing your immeasurable form with many mouths, many eyes, many arms, many thighs and feet, with many stomachs, and terrible with many tusks. O mighty armed, the worlds are terrified, and so am I. When you go into a forest and you see wild animals catching hold of innocent, gentle, graceful deer and tearing up right in front of your eyes, it's a horrible scene. But in the cosmic scheme of soul's evolution, they are all in divine plan. And you don't have to go out. Right in your own body, when you deal with your digestion, you eat nourishing foods that supply good bacteria. Every bacteria is a dear. And horrible as well as horrible. Terrible as well as very gracious vision develops within your own personality. If you have to have a visualization of all the total happenings going on in the world, that's called Virat Darshan. It is paving the way, settling you to follow the path leading to realization. Aham Brahmasmi. It's preparing you to succeed in integral yoga and emerge with revelation. Aham Brahmasmi, I am Brahman. So after showing all this, ultimately Krishna asks Arjuna to receive teachings from Guru and practice Shravan, Manan, Nididhyasan and attain enlightenment. Navasprisham deeptam aneka varnam vyaktananam deepta vishala netram drishtva hi tvam pravyatitantaratma dhritim navindami shamam na Vishnu. O Lord Vishnu, having seen your form that touches the sky, effulgent with many colors, with many mouths wide open and large blazing eyes, I tremble from the depth of my being. I am unable to find courage or peace. Think of a deep-rooted notion. I am an individual. And that notion causes a lot of emotion. I am individual. On the basis of that, you are gripped by terrible sentiments because you also view others and their problems. But what is more shocking surprise is that you are essentially Brahman. As individual, you are like a reflected sun, so limited in a jar of water. In reality, you are the sun, shining through all jars of water, expressing through all illuminations. So bringing into your mental world that understanding is a tremendous experience. It's a dazzling experience. So, having seen your form that touches the sky is Akasha. And we always deal with three Akashas. The space wherein all practical realities are experienced. That's Akasha, the space. But in spite of a spaciousness, if internally you are under anxiety and burden of sorrow, you are not experiencing space, you are shrunk. That psychological space is Chittakash. This cosmic form is touching, not going beyond the Bhutakash, going beyond this Chittakash, touching the highest Chidakash, pure awareness. So the description is not just a physical description of a mighty dimension, physical dimension. His Virat form is inclusive of three planes: physical plane, the subtle plane of sentiments, and the plane of your understanding. Each plane is a universe, and Vishwarup contains all of it. Danstrakaralanni chate mukhani drishtva kala narsannibhani disho na jane na labhencha sharma prasida devesha jagannivasa. Seeing your mouths terrible with tusks, resembling the fires of pralaya, I have lost the sense of direction and unable to find peace when intellect is not enlightened, and yet you have developed spiritual sensitivity. Then this experience of Virat becomes a powerful aid to your spiritual progress. You are able to create in your affirmation. Affirmation is in two stages. Vibhuti darshan. Select things of this world bring out a special glory of God. So you remember God by seeing flower blossoming, by seeing this sun among the luminaries, anything that is highlighted. Consider the lilies of the field. Different objects, different people, all names and forms can be inspiring. That depends upon your spiritual sensitivity. So inspirational state, and your source of inspiration becomes countless. That is called Vibhuti Darshan. Now you enter into that all that glorious and grand is your own glory. But not immediately. First you understand the glory of God. First is Vibhuti, then cosmic vision of God, God's glory. All is God, one. And finally, that God and I are one and the same. Aham Brahma. This is the highlight behind thee. Seeing your mouths terrible with tusks, resembling the fires of pralaya, I have lost the sense of direction and unable to find peace. All that happens in this world, including the rains, storms, hurricanes. So when you experience hurricanes, storms, and worse than that, coronavirus, these are some of the teeth and tusks of that cosmic form. They resemble the fires of pralaya, of cosmic dissolution. Arjuna says, having gained this vision, I have lost the sense of direction. Time, space, experience go into big confusion. So where is direction? Which direction to go? And unable to find peace. His heart is aspiring for Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Ami cha tvam dhritarashtrasya putra sarve sahaiva nipala sanghai bhishmo drona sutaputra tathasau sahasma virya rabi yodha mukhyai. All the sons of Dhritarashtra, along with the hosts of kings, including Bhishma, Drona, Karna, as well as warrior chieftains from our side, entering into your wide open mouths. Literary description. Arjuna sees countless faces, countless arms, a gigantic body of God. But his heads are not inactive. Each head, some heads have very vast, big mouths with horrible teeth. Some have gentle teeth. And those horrible heads with gigantic mouths and terrible teeth, what are they doing? All the great heroes of the Mahabharata, Bhishma, Drona, Karna, on the side of Kauravas, and all his generals and his heroes on Pandava side, they are all being sucked in and chewed up by that cosmic form. This is allegorical description. This is happening every moment in this world. And your personality is a part of the same thing. Another shocking point, Arjuna had constant stress in his mind. How was he going to deal with Bhishma, whom he loved so much, Drona, who was his teacher, Karna, and many great souls? How was he going to defeat them, conquer them, kill them? But now he sees they are already being killed. Not only he doesn't wait to kill them. That cosmic form has already devoured them. For individual mind, their things are in past, present, and future. For cosmic mind, past, present, and future all condense into ever-present now. And therefore the instruction Krishna gives later, nimitta matram bhava sabyasatin. Be only an instrument in my hand. People whom you are concerned for, they are being handled by me. Positively, negatively, killing them or glorifying them. All is being done by me, by God. And your role is to be just an instrument. Bhaktrani tetvaramana vishanti danstra karalani bhayanakani kechvidvilagna tashanantareshu sandrishyante churni taruttamangaye. They are rushing into your mouths, filled with terrible teeth and fearful to look at. Some get stuck between the teeth, while others have their heads crushed by them. People are in different stages. Some are ready to be sublimated, and they simply melt in the mouth. They are advanced aspirants. And some are with mixed karmas. They get stuck in the teeth. Those who are stuck between the teeth, they are the unrighteous ones. And they are subject to repeated embodiments. Yatha nadinam bahvumbu bhega समुद्रमेवाभिमुखा द्रवन्ति तथा तवामी नरलोकवीरा विशन्ति वक्त्राण्यभिज्वलन्ति. Just as many torrents of rivers hasten towards the ocean, in the same way, the heroes in the world of men are entering into your blazing mouths. Just like rivers flow into the ocean, so those who are heroes, those who are spiritually advanced, spiritually enriched souls, they enter in a very spontaneous manner, just like rivers enter the ocean. Yatha pradiptam jwalanam patanga vishanti nashaya samriddha vega tathaiva nashaya vishanti loka tathapi paktrani samriddha vega. 29th verse. Just as moths rush into blazing fires to be consumed to ashes, in the same way, these men are rushing swiftly into your mouth to be destroyed. Now, this is a description of those who are negative personalities, durjans. We use two terms, sajjans, good ones. Good ones are like rivers flowing into the ocean of God. Durjans, sinful souls, and they are like moths being consumed by blazing fire. Lanliya segra samana samantat lokan samagran badane jwalarabhi tejo virapurya jagat samagram phasastavogra parsapanti Vishnu. You are destroying all the worlds by your blazing mouths, and you are licking them up in enjoyment. Those souls that are enlightened, their relative personalities are being chewed up with enjoyment. Their delicacies. But others are being scorched. Your terrible effulgence is scorching the entire world with its fierce rays, O Lord Vishnu. And with this, we hold off. Lord Krishna begins to enlighten Arjuna about deeper reality, bestowing upon him the blessing of wisdom. Om Ram 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 Om Namah Shivaya Om Namah Shivaya Om Namah Shivaya Om. Prayer for shower of Karunamaya Ras grace of God over all of you, with the blessings of Shakti, Bhakti and Mukti. And to be led from Aham, Ahamkar, to Soham, I am that. And Soham, ending up with Brahman. Aham Brahmasmi. Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushti Vardhanam Urvarukum Bandhanan Mrityor Mukshyamamritat. Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukhina Sarve Santu Niramaya Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu Ma Kaschid Dukha Bhag Bhavet. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.